Welcome back to another CLG Red game. I am still a little bit in the dark, but
It's fine.
it is fine. It hides the fact that I'm getting older every day. Pib, how are you?
Good, good. I'm excited. Back again. Been playing a lot of CS and now watching a lot of CS and now, just yeah, excited to be back. And hopefully, I mean, we being CLG, not me. CLG Red's top 10 almost in the league right now, which is insane to see. Especially after the rebuilding phase and everything. So it's awesome. It's been a fun season so far, and there's only a couple more games to go. So keep the energy up.
Absolutely. Super excited to be here with you once again for this game. We did we decide to talk, did we talk to each other? No, because as you can see, I don't have a necklace. So I would have made sure I had one, even though I don't have one in this place. But all of this could not be possible without Logitech G. And you know what?
Bang.
I fixed this, and you have to do it for me,
I wish
cause
I had a second. I would put both of them up.
because I don't have a mine where I am right now. So they gotta have the
Beautiful.
casting dress code. Absolutely. So trusted by CLG Red is the Logitech G gear. Logitech gear. They're the
Hopefully no J's.
yeah, they are the best. You mentioned right at the top of the show that we were top 10.
Yeah.
Indeed, and tonight we're playing Cloud Nation, who's ranked number 9, right under us. So I see that there's some of you guys in chat who are fans of Cloud Nation. We're pretty happy to have you here. So it's always fun to have a little bit of a rivalry in chat. So Billy K 222, welcome. Hopefully you have a great time with us today. But it does mean that one of these team is going to be at 9-4 at the end of the night, and then the other one will be at 10-3. So we either move up 1 or 2 ranks or go down 1 or 2 ranks.
Yeah, there's it's it's at the end of the season, so there's not a whole lot of maneuvering at the end of these lists. But obviously, you go down to 9-4, you drop a few spots, and then obviously go down to 9-5. You don't want that to happen. You drop even more spots. So right now is where they want to situate themselves, get to that 10-3 mark if possible. I mean, both teams obviously shooting for that 10-3 mark and trying to easily solidify, I would think, a top 10 placement for the end of the season, which obviously for playoffs is insanely good because you face one of the teams that I think like edging into playoffs would probably be like 8 or 7 wins potentially at the end of this. So if you're one of those teams that's at the top, you get a much easier game in playoffs against one of those teams that are 500 overall instead of it going against a team like this game would be with you have 293 teams going at it.
Yeah, and tonight we have a little bit of a swap on the roster for the first time this season. Yuli is not going to be there, and instead it's going to be Yarrow. To be honest, it's really a health issues. Yuli. Oh my God, it
Yep,
started already.
Jaro
Yep,
and Yuli.
yep. So Yuli is actually just sick. She didn't sleep or something last night. She was sick all night. So to give her a little bit of a break, Jaro is going to be standing in for her. And this whole season would have also had Kelsey as a stand-in. And that does mean that our CLG Red official players are Diane Kisbreeder and Emmy for the day.
Yeah, no Yuli is unfortunate, but at least it's on a map like Dust 2. So it's not like there's anything crazy. We saw at the end of the season going on Nuke with 2 substitutes is not the move. So Dust is probably a lot easier. It's a lot less
Yeah.
focused on strategies, I would say, and more just playing as a team and getting those picks early on. So we'll see. That'd probably be the case here on Dust 2 from both ends. But yeah, Jaro had obviously was thrusted into the team at the end of last season and didn't really have an opportunity to shine per se because those were the 16-3 nuke games at the end of the season. So yeah, I think they want to turn around. Jaro's going to come in, do just that, be able to pop off with the team. Excited for her to be able to jump into the squad. It's nice to have backups like that just in case. Obviously, sickness comes and goes, and especially with what's been happening in the last couple of years now, it's always nice to have some substitutes.
Yes.
So
she's in chat too. So Yuli is going to cheer on her team. And as Billy is asking, let's take a look at Clouds Nation roster. Billy, you seem like you know what you're talking about. So let us know if we can confirm this roster. But it's Jacoby, Seti, Munch, Padetum.
Panda.
Oh,
I guess
Panda.
Panda
Oh
too.
my god. What was I trying to say? And then Stanley Pandatum.
Pandam, pandamped.
Pandamned.
Either or. Pandamped, pandatum. He's back. This is a strong roster, obviously 9-3. They I
Yeah.
was gonna mention CLG has not played Dust 2 whatsoever this season. So this is their
Mm-hmm.
first game on Dust 2. And this is Cloud Nation's second, which they faced Whiffy's 16-13 last time around. So yeah, it's still a fresh-ish map for the two teams. Going into this one, it'll be fun. We saw a little bit of Dust last season in Advanced for CLG Red. I can't remember the exact scores of those games. I know we had some close Dust games. I know that for sure, but also some losses, I think, last season on Dust. So this time around, hoping for a quick switch onto that one as we go into the game here shortly. As you guys know, official match time 6 minutes ago. Actually, official match time 10 minutes from now. So that is the case as we go into Dust 2. And the first time we've seen this season, obviously, with the new change in T-Spawn with the block. So you don't have the opportunity to scout from T-side, T-spawn into CT. So that is a change that we've all seen for a while, but CLG has yet to play on Dust 2 this season. So now they're going to be into that this time around. We'll see. I'm always interested to hear what Jaro's going to be able to do as well, and where they're going to decide to put her. I can't remember where Yuli played last season on Dust 2. It might have been on the B-bomb side, but I could be totally lying to everybody. So yeah, we're gonna be intrigued to see how Dust 2 goes. And yes, Harvey's in a new place, so there's audio things that come with that. But give her time. She's putting the whole broadcast on her back. Let her have a little bit of feedback sometimes. It's fine, chat.
Yeah, that's my bad. I forgot I had to mute myself when you talk. So good reminder, chat. Good reminder. And we got a little bit of a scoop here as we were taking a look at Dust 2. Let me fade back to us. That Jacoby is a player to watch on to Cloud Nation. He is definitely, if I'm looking at the stats for his team, by far the best player of the team. And I'm not even hesitant to say that, because if you take a look at the ADR, he's close to 95, and then everybody else is in the 70s. But that being said, in the RWS, which is the round where shit is shared, it's a little closer. So he might be a key player for the team, but it is still in the end a team game. Remember that, guys.
Yeah, so it also looks like Pan is one of their newer players. End of the season, it seems like addition, as they've had a couple of roster switch ups. So of course, going throughout the season, getting the chemistry messed up a little bit with a new player and tossing it around. We know how that works. Obviously, here at CLG, there's been a lot of changes in the last season or two. So we understand. But like I had mentioned, Dust 2 is a very simple map in terms for both teams. So I feel like no matter what happens, it is easy. It's not like you have to. It's Nuke is the worst map in the game in my head. So it's like I just keep referring back to Nuke. It's like you can't just 5Q into a league match on Nuke and hope for the best. You can do that on Dust because it's more of an impact frag kind of thing, but it's the strategies we'll see still can work out, of course. And a lot of A-long control probably today seems to be the case, and we'll see how they decide to hold mid as well with the on the T side if they want to put a lot of mid control. And I can't believe people in chat are vouching for Nuke. That map is horrendously bad.
I like that we're a meme chat even when our opponents' fans come in. I love it, Billy. So Ravencost asked the spirit animal to Yuli. So this is something that we were talking about a lot yesterday, Yuli, during the game. I don't know if you watched the recap, but you're a cat, and in the jungle. I don't know how long would a cat would survive, but I don't know if you've seen the meme videos that cats are absolutely fearless and they can take on like snakes and tigers and whatnot, and they just like charge and make the animal kind of like, wait, what's going on? And they just like back off because they don't understand that the tiny thing is like charging at them.
We gotta get the whole CLG team and what jungle animals they would be, because we have Emmy's currently a whale, in the jungle, as we're like, yeah, maybe a panther, a tiger, and she's like a whale, and we're like, what? What do you mean a whale, Emmy? What does that have anything to do with a jungle animal? Emmy was off the chain. So we, luckily, if you didn't see that yesterday, we got finally. I say finally in the nicest way possible, because having Goose on interviews is amazing. She answers everything before I can ask it, and is an amazing interview. But we finally got a different member on CLG yesterday on an interview, so highly suggest watch yesterday's game. Also, because it's probably the best CLG game we've seen this whole season. It was a very, very good game, so I would
That is
highly
true.
recommend to go watch that. And also go on Goose's Twitter and watch the clip of what happened on round 2 in that
Oh,
game.
I have not. I should have
Oh, you
downloaded
didn't?
it.
Oh, that
No,
clip
I forgot.
was something else. Emmy was correct when it's things you can't really say on a cast, but it was. I feel like that round alone. So I think what I said the cast is like that round alone gave them so much energy, and they clearly played with that energy the rest of the game.
I still can't get over the classic Jungle whale.
Youngle.
Actually,
I can't believe I said Youngle.
Sorry,
It's
Sam.
happening again.
Sam, it's a Youngle. Please, Sam, get it right. I don't know, Yuli, if you saw that interview, it was quite awesome. Let us know in chat, Yuli, is TOS for terms of service? Are you like Yuli terms of service? Is that why your name is like that? I gotta know.
That would be my only assumption as well.
I gotta know. And if so, what did you do?
Unless it's like Yulitos, when it's like at the end of the TOS is like confirmed or combined with Yuli. But I have no idea. We'll see. And hopefully Yuli's okay. As it's it's nice to see her in chat at least, so we know she's not dying somewhere. So that's good. And hopefully we'll be able to come back to full health. Obviously, towards the end of the season, they're already in a great spot. They're already confirmed playoffs. So there's not a whole lot that could go wrong, I guess you could say. But we wish the best for everybody. But yes, we are going into this map here shortly against Cloud Nation. Like you mentioned, Jacoby's the one to watch. The rest of the team is kind of catching up in terms of frags and overall ADR to try and catch him. But I also need to know who the Opera is. I didn't actually check out who that was, but that's another huge battle on Dust 2, of course, is the op battle that is going to happen. And last time we saw Dust 2 was on the advanced season last season, obviously, but the double op setup was really quite something that came out a lot on Dust 2, and that was with Yuli. So now that Yuli's not on the team, someone else is going to have to pick up a double op potentially. So now we can see another opper potentially on CLG this game if they decide to take it. So I'm excited to see who that's going to be in this one.
Yeah, we also had Billy as our insider.
Exactly. Just keep feeding us the information.
Yeah. He's our direct feed with Cloud Nation fan, and he said, do not sleep on SETI. So keep that in mind, chat. Let's not sleep on SETI because apparently he shows up as well. There will be no chess match game between Pib and I because Pib would eat me alive. Yeah, oops, I displayed the thing twice. Pib would eat me alive, guys. He already knows more than I do. I just know E4. That's it.
E4 was that's all. The E10 one yesterday was a good one. That's a good vouch too. But yeah, I listen. I would actually love to play chess because I'm terrible at chess. I feel like still, but I watch a little bit of it, so I kind of understand. But as soon as that like second move goes, I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. I'm lost, and then like I know I'll mess up something. If I move something somewhere, I'm like, I've messed this up horrendously bad, and that's great. Chess is a good time, obviously. Chess week for CLG. There's a lot of chess things coming up, so if you like chess, make sure to tune in to the CLG channel. There's a lot of CLG chess stuff happening. And if you don't know chess, I highly suggest just watching and learning. It's very fun to learn, and it's very strategic and very difficult, but it's really fun to learn. Once you start understanding, it's awesome. It's a lot of things you can do in chess, so I highly recommend.
Yeah, it is very fun. Honestly, I knew nothing, and then when Nemo started explaining it to me, I was like, this is amazing because I feel like I'm discovering a brand new world, but I still felt like an idiot, pretty much. Like I knew nothing, right? It's just now I knew. How do you say that? Like when you don't know, you don't know. I feel that there's another level. Like I know I don't know, but I don't know what I don't know. And then when she started explaining to me, I was like, I now know what I don't know. So it's like, oh no, I see the world that I don't know about. I hope that people.
I
understood
did
what I just said.
figure that out. I kind of grasped it, the straws you were
Okay.
giving me there. It's
Okay.
like, so yeah, you obviously know nothing about it, and then now you know nothing about it, but
Yeah.
you're learning about the nothing that you don't know about. So that's where it's at.
Exactly. So you're like, oh no, there's so much I
Yeah.
don't know. Before I was just like, oh yeah, I don't know chess, you know.
Yeah, chess. They move the things. I know that
I know
they
the
can go
peons,
forward.
the
Yeah,
little the horses. You know, I know chess.
of course. Yeah, exactly. Also, I love
Oh.
Sudoku. Chess Sudoku, if you haven't tried that,
No.
is so good. That's what learning chess for me helped me, because I like Sudoku a lot. I'm super nerdy in that exact form. I like Sudoku, but chess Sudoku is like, you use the Sudoku numbers can have like chess rules. So like you
Okay.
can't have a number that would be like a knight, or like a knight's move. So it can't be up 3 and to the right, or left 1. Like,
Oh,
it's really cool.
fun.
It's really cool, but it makes it even
Fun.
harder, and my brain can barely handle very small things. So yeah, I just stick with normal Sudoku and watch the rest. But yeah, we got Counter-Strike today soon, hopefully, as we get into this game.
Yes.
In the meantime, and it looks like Stanley is the opper for Cloud Nation. So thank you once
Yes.
again, Billy, for the information.
So, guess what, guys? 9:16, and we're heading into ninth round. No news here, so let's take a look at our ninth round together. Let's bit of an eye. Let's sit comfortably, and I'm gonna make sure I mute my mic every time you talk.
He has been back to the ninth round. Nope. There it goes. Panda goes and gets the 3rd kill. So CLG, it's not, knife round on Dust isn't necessarily crazy different. I think the Major released their statistics on rounds, and actually Dust CT side had much more of a percentage than I thought it would. So CT side is still usually the pick if you win knife rounds. So it doesn't matter really what map you're on. That's going to be the case here. It's Cloud Nation pick that one up, and we go into round number 1. As CLG Red face Cloud Nation, 9-3, both in main, pushing for the top 10 playoff spot. This is an important round to start it all, and the step in from Jaro. Jaro. We'll see if she can help the squad out, as Yuli is out for today's game. But round 1, we're getting to the action.
Make sure that send your energy dropping it into chat. So there's people from both team, and he here with the first headshot. And Diane here is gonna pinch lower. CLG up by 3 already after not even 10 seconds in this round.
Yeah, 30 seconds in, we are, well, not even 30 seconds in, we are 3 players down, and there's 1 player in the back of B side. So it is up to Munch here at the back of this side to try and hold on, as Diane's gonna check that corner. She sees him, does find the kill as well. So 1 versus 5 for Stanley. Goose finds him lurking up in mid, and that is a flawless pistol round from CLG Red on the T side as they win round 1. We'll see if Cloud Nation decides to force round 2 or just full USP save and move on to round 3. Looks like it is going to be a force up from them. Scout from Stanley and a couple of MP9s probably in the mix here. 2 scouts actually for Cloud Nation, which is fine on Dust. Obviously with the long angles, you can hold mid and long. Munch already taking some damage though from the scout on Diane. She's going to get return damage as well. So they both know each player hit a little bit to start this round.
Yeah, and so this is interesting because now that the T's have to jump off the ledge, the CTs can actually get to the door faster, it seems like.
Yeah.
So Diane here was not able to get into position before Stanley, or actually it was probably Munch because he also got pinched. So they both kind of gave up that fight. CLG is getting ready to at least take cat control. And that's going to be done. So they're getting very little information. Not sure where Cloud Nation is at. But Cloud Nation is not doing anything too fancy. They're just stacking, hopefully playing this as if they had good guns. As we mentioned, they forced, so it's going to be a really challenging round for them.
Yeah, this is what I was just about to mention, is that Yaro's got to be careful. One of the only 3 rifles on CLG. She goes out long by herself, so it's not an immediate opportunity to get traded. So now they have a Galil in long doors. Diane finds a kill in return as the trade comes through. Jacoby's going to just fall back and potentially try and save this Galil. There's still 2 players on this A bomb site. Diane does get that bomb down. Panda's going to find one. Diane's going to find her second of the round. Munch is still hit, of course. Seti finds another. Kelsey now in a 1 versus 2 on this bomb site. Has to reload, so he's going to switch over to USP and fall back, but they're going to run right into Munch, and the timing on that one, Munch gets 1, but can't find the second. Now Goose is going to try and play this peak, but he's just sticking it. 5 seconds left, 3 seconds on the defuse, and just holding the bomb. A 10-second defuse works out, and Cloud Nation win a full save, or a full force here, I should say, round number 2.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication here for CLG. And I honestly, Yaro hasn't played with the team a little bit, but she definitely went long a little too fast. Like, you know, in that 1 versus 1-4 split, you know, you have to stay alive. You have to be the last one to get contact. You're kind of the clean-up crew of whatever the pack is about to do. So it's a little unfortunate, because after she fell, it really left CLG in a really precarious situation. And right off the bat, we're going to see 3 players from CLG falling really early here in this round.
Yeah, and this was a forced backup from CLG, so all the AKs and rifles out. And there's a minute and 30 seconds, so it's not like they can just easily save this one. Munch takes a little bit of damage there mid from Goose, but yeah, there's not an easy way to stop this one from Cloud Nation trying to maybe find these kills. Obviously, with the CT economy, you don't want to really engage in these fights. Panda's got a good spot to find a kill on the Kelsey, find some damage, and is going to go and find that kill. So now it's just left to Goose Breeder in a 1 versus 5 here, and she is lurking up. Cat Flash is going through, but of course they have bomb down, so no real worry for Cloud Nation here, as they should be realistically able to save all 5 of these rifles and get a couple of upgrades on top of that, as Munch switches that FAMAS over for an AK, and CLG are going to have to go to a save.
Yeah, as you mentioned, a little bit of a save here for CLG. I think at this point you just kind of scratched the last 2 rounds and kind of have to hope for a clean start, as if this game, the last 2 rounds didn't happen. This is a brand new game. We're going to play this save round as best as we can, and then let's focus on the next gun round, because I don't even think it's worth talking about the last rounds and what went wrong. Take a look at this bush here. I assume that they know that CLG is on a save, but they're going ham towards mid.
It's a great flashbang to get them into long, but there's no long players for Cloud Nation, so that's they're expecting them to be on pistols, so you're not really expecting them to go pistols long, but they have a site completely open, and Jaro's gonna just take the fight with a Glock and finds the first kill of the round. CLG should be able to get bombed down as well, so this is the best round they could have asked for already. Stanley on the flank here is gonna find a Goose, and is just 4 Glocks remaining for CLG, so realistically should be an easy retake for Cloud Nation, as they have 4 rifles still up. Munch finds another. Now Panda gonna find a wide peek. Kelsey's gonna find a returning trade, so 2 rifles at least dropped here on Cloud Nation's side, and CLG get the bomb down. So a pretty much perfect, obviously perfect is winning the round, but a very, very good round here. Very good eco round from CLG Red to get that bomb down, get a couple rifles, and now going into the next round, it could be able to buy an op on Diane and try and get back into this game.
Yeah, I kind of chuckled when he said a perfect round, because this is amazing. You know, the girls only had Glocks. They wanted to full buy here on this round, and that's exactly what's going to be happening. Diana's going to be able to force her up, and this is a great scenario for CLG, considering how rough the last 3 rounds were. So we're definitely going to need to help to stabilize our own economy and kind of stop the one from Cloud Nation building up. These 2 guns dropped cost Cloud Nation a lot of money last round.
Yeah, CT economy is always rough, so it's nice to get a couple of guns down when you can, and you're gonna help them out here. As Cloud Nation, if they did lose this round, would still have at least 1 more buy in them, but after that, it would be kind of rough for them to come back for the next couple of rounds. So this is an important round for Cloud Nation, as much as it is for CLG Red to try and keep themselves into this game. As we see, it's going to be 1 player long from Cloud Nation, 2 players, looks like holding in CT, so they completely have given up cat control for right now as flashes come through. Stanley was there with the op, though. Full blind finds the kill onto Emmy. Jacoby's going to be there as well. Shots being traded back and forth, but Jacoby finds the kill on to Goose, so now it is a 5 versus 3. Jacoby hit a little bit, but Cloud Nation clearly in favor here. Shetty's going to be in an important spot. This player lurks now B and does find the angle onto Kelsey. No damage traded onto SETI. So 2 versus 5. as CLG Red are getting stopped everywhere they go. Diane with that op finds the first kill in the round, though, for CLG. And there's 2 more players to deal with if she wants to go into this B bomb site. She walks her way up towards Car, can find the headshot, and a bunch. She's going to peek out window to find Jaro, and that is going to be the 4th round for Cloud Nation.
Yeah, and I think CLG should pause really soon here because they're kind of like an uncoordinated pug at the moment. It does seem like we're taking a lot of solo fights, kind of letting Cloud Nation win the gunfights, the 1v1s, the angles, and no one is there to trade. And so even though it looks like we have some sort of a plan, the execution from CLG isn't that clean. And Stanley here is going to get the first kill while dropping. And the second auto director here really messing with our view.
Yeah, that was very confusing. I was like, wait, someone of them 4 got a kill? Yeah, no, there is just one kill.
It's just
on
one
Diane.
kill.
Jacoby got a nice little headshot, though, from Goose. He's going to be playing the close angle, but Goose already with that dink is going to be able to find that op. Can't recover it just yet, but that is an op down long that could potentially get CLG back in this round. I mean, that is a huge gun, of course, against players with no guns, but Goose is going to drop that, and the rest of the team is over by B, so that is it in this scenario here for CLG, is they're just going to go into B, and they're going to find Much by himself. So obviously Cloud Nation wanted to defend that op in long, so they were trying to make sure they didn't give that over to CLG, but CLG said, you know what, we're just going to go to the B bomb site instead and have a 3 versus 3 now with Emmy on a armor rifle, which is, I mean, if you want to play with a rifle, Emmy has been on top of it this entire season, so we'll see if she can make work of this Cloud Nation team on this retake. They have a little bit of utility. Smoke is going to be on doors here. 1 flash used from Stanley as they now enter all 3 through doors. 1 goes down from Yarrow, but Stanley's going to be able to find a returning trade. And 1 more player behind sight goes down. Seti gets that kill, and Stanley going to find the equalizer and the win for Cloud Nation.
Yeah, what a round from Stanley. I did take one replay here because I like the way he started this round. He got so much intel for Cloud Nation, jump mid, and then found that kill, was able to fall back, and then he ended up winning the whole round in a clutch situation. So well done from him in this first half. CLG though 5-1, and they finally can buy. Last round was a little bit of a glimpse of hope. Let's see if they can kind of slow down, or not slow down, can coordinate themselves a little bit better in this round.
And of course, that last round was a save-ish round, like a half buy from CLG. So they still got one of the double ops down. They were able to get almost every gun down on top of that. So it was still a good round once again from CLG, but they really need to find some wins here now if they want to get back into this half. As the double op setup in the CT economy could start to spiral out of control a little bit here. So CLG really desperately needs this round of any to be able to stop Cloud Nation from continuing with these double op purchases, as Goose is going to take this flash out long. Looks like that's going to be the key play right now from CLG, but Stanley with this close angle once again in lower should be able to find the first kill of the round. Finds Kelsey trying to shoulder peek that, and that aggression mid being unanswered from CLG right now. It gives Stanley a lot of room to maneuver as the A execute is going to come through. Panda is going to go into elevator and try and get some nade damage. Jacoby misses the first shot from Ninja, but does find the second one onto Emmy, and now is going to get mollied out, taking a lot of fire damages behind this smoke. 5 versus 3 though for CLG on this post plan. You see Goose is going to be able to not find that first kill. Panda full blind finds a second and the third. Cloud Nation make it look easy, winning a flawless round against CLG.
Yeah, I think this is key here. They made that look so easy. And you know, Jacoby was stuck in that smoke. CLG didn't even spam it. So we might be precipitating things a little bit. There was still a lot of times, I think, in that round to play without forcing the plant. So I know that the team has been doing great this season, but this is a really good game for CLG to kind of learn from their mistakes at the moment, because it seems to be repeating itself a little bit back and forth, going for solo plays that are not really paying off. So when CLG took that site together a little bit, or like that A site, it finally worked. You know, they were able to trade properly.
And this is always my worry on Dust 2, is that everyone just starts to play it as a pug, and that is the case of this map. in general. You can easily just play it like a pug and just go for entry kills. And right now, Cloud Nation's winning on those, so they're winning the rounds. It's as simple as that. Cloud Nation gets to play aggressive on the CT side because they are confident in their ops so far. They're confident in their entry kills, and CLG have not been able to answer back just yet. So that is why Cloud Nation is having so much success, and their economy is going to show that after this round. Even if they lose, double ops setup, and still everybody on that team could buy 5 more ops if they wanted to, indicating that Cloud Nation has a really good economy here. Kelsey going to be the lurk B for right now, maybe trying to cause a rotate from one of the ops there in mid with the double flashes, but bomb is currently located outside of A long here for CLG, as Emmy, unfortunately, is going to miss the Molotov onto Car. Luckily, there's no one there, so it's not going to get too much information. But Jacoby is going to be watching lower this whole time and finds a kill onto Kelsey once again. And now there's just 2 players from CLG, both trying to entry from long. Stanley's going to throw some supporting flashes. He might just peek this smoke. No gap in that smoke, but Jacoby finds one, and Panda finds another almost flawless round from Cloud Nation.
Yeah, I think you hit on something earlier. I want to come back to that mid. CLG is not doing anything to flush out Cloud Nation from middle.
Yeah.
We're not using flashes to prohibit the oppers from getting kills. They're barely showing any presence. They're always sending someone lower who got picked. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think that lower person from CLG got picked 4 or 5 rounds out of 8. And you just can't win a game like that. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah, I know for sure 3, so I would assume it's 4, maybe 5 is correct. But yeah, that's they're just not really doing anything. They're dry peeking lower against the ops that they know have played aggressively in lower. So you can't really do that against what Cloud Nation's been doing. You have to be able to flash that out. You have to take some mid control, and CLG are going to, frankly, lose this half if they can't find some mid control or play together into this game to try and flash this out. You finally see a flash here from Goose that should be able to push that op back. So at least that is exactly what the case is. Anthony pushed top mid, though, immediately able to trade that kill, and this is exactly what we're talking about. We needed to see the trades in mid and the control, and this is exactly what's leading to CLG having a fantastic round so far. 2 versus 4 now, as Jaro's going to pick the bomb and head towards B, where Seti is currently trying to go 1 versus 3, going big in this round, but can't do so as Emmy goes up window, and now 1 versus 4 for Stanley, who is going to be going for it, it looks like. Jaro's going to retreat off that one, obviously with the bomb, not going to take that fight. But Stanley is going to try and maybe go for this 1 versus 4. They have the economy to do so. Stanley might just be trying to hurt the economy here from the back of Tons, just waiting on an angle, waiting on CLG to maybe push him aggressively. But nobody with that idea so far. This is literally what we're talking about happened in this round. So that Paz clearly, Flashy and the crew are able to showcase their strength and figure out exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah, I'm glad that pause was key here. And take a look at this. This exit outside of B here. Like CLG still being on their toes, knowing that Stanley might go for something like that. I like it. I like that CLG was able to pause and assess this. So we're going to see another back-to-back pause. I'm not sure why this one is happening. I don't know if it's CLG again. They want to talk about the next round a little bit more in detail. But one thing for sure is that I really like the adjustment. It was a little late, but it's better late than ever. 7-2, they can still come back.
Yeah, I mean, like you'd mentioned, it's still, at least the adjustment is there. That's something they can fix during the game. They don't have to look at the game afterwards and be like, oh, yeah, we should have done that. Luckily, that pause is they're just able to fix it right then and there, and it leads to a very, very clean round in which they save 4 rifles. So, yeah, very, very good round from CLG Red. And now that obviously pushes Cloud Nation off a little bit of that mid control, now knowing that, hey, CLG is now trying to contest this a little bit. They're flashing me off. They had someone top mid there ready for them to fall back, and that's perfect because that player lower has been playing like Xbox or playing aggressive, maybe Cat, and having someone top mid immediately there when they try to retreat is an easy kill almost every time. And now Cloud Nation has to watch out for that, knowing that CLG has decided to do that so far. But it's going to be another double up purchase setup from Cloud Nation. If they lose this round, they might have to go to a save next round just because that's a CT economy for you. You win 7 out of 9 rounds and suddenly you have to save. But the double ops is what they're trying to keep, and one of them gets hurt at the start of the round. As Stanley, with 30 health, is just trying to play aggressively with the op as they're going to smoke off top mid. Stanley's going to go aggressive lower once again. Does find the entry kill on the Kelsey as well and just leaves in time. And free kill for Cloud Nation. They do not get scared off of mid.
And with reasons, right? They're getting away with murder every single time. So our opper for CLG is just not being successful at all. Not the opper, but our counter of that op has not been successful at all for CLG. So there needs to be something done. We thought last round was key, but it looks like once again CLG is getting caught hot-handed.
Couple players on Cat. Emmy with the immediate headshot. Pushes one off, and Stanley is going to back off with 30 health. Is going to rock right into Jaro as well. So just need one bullet to land, and she gets that. So now Cloud Nation in a 2 versus 4. The 2 op picks going and working out here. And I mean, Cloud Nation has played a very simple CT side so far. They keep going Cat with an op. They keep going lower with an op and trying to play the exact same thing. And CLG is finally responding to it. They're finally understanding this default that Cloud Nation is trying to do and trying to get that early mid control. It did work out once again, of course, for Stanley in this round, but it is still a fantastic sight to see if you're a CLG fan that these rounds are now swiftly going back in favor. And Cloud Nation, they're going to have to save these rifles because they will be on an awkward force buy next round if they want to buy around these. And Goose is going to throw that second op out, making sure that the CT side can't pick that up.
Yeah, and finally, it does mean that Cloud Nation has to respect CLG stake because even though they were outnumbered by 1,
Emmy.
CLG was able to get the kills. Huge kill into Munch. Take a look at the money here. We're going to have to be on a save. And Seti is the only remaining player of Cloud Nation with a gun, and he's going to be fouling. So this is huge for CLG.
Yeah, that basically makes this go from a force buy for Cloud Nation to a like half buy with pistols instead. So, I mean, that's a couple of kills right there. They obviously traded 1 for 2, and Emmy got pretty low, but it's a perfect spot for him to be in now, forcing the Cloud Nation team onto a save, getting their 3rd round now, and putting it back on the board and getting their economy a little better. Seti here with the deagle. The aggression mid is still surprising me, even with the pistols here from Cloud Nation, as Emmy's going to go out into B site and find the only player on that B side, so the rest of CLG is going to make their way towards this one. Kelsey going to be in a good spot to push these lower players out to make sure they can get that bomb over to that B bomb site. Goose going to take some fights mid, finds 1, make that 2, and there's a 3rd there if she wants it. So they're going to start pushing her back now as the last 2 players are going to be in mid to lower. And CLG have another pretty simple round on their hands. Goose finds her 3rd of the round, and now it is just Seti left in lower tons to try and deal with Diane. Diane finds a headshot, and W keys him with the Tech 9, and CLG with their 4th round. Put Cloud Nation in a spot to where they can't choose to go double ops really for the rest of this half because of that CT economy. It's going to be pretty costly. So they were able to get past that double op phase from Cloud Nation, and now CLG have strung a few rounds together in a row.
Yeah, and I like how Kelsey is playing all the time. Like the way that she's so cautious. She just doesn't blindly rush somewhere if her teammate says it's clear, why not. She's really playing in a way that is helping CLG. Like, she had the girls back. She threw a molly down so everybody could be able to regroup with Emmy onto B. It was really well done from the girls.
Yeah, it's just the simple things that are happening now from CLG. Like, even that flash from Emmy, that didn't happen for the first 7 rounds of the game. Now that they're doing that, it forced Cloud Nation off of peeking that cat angle, and now, you know, yeah, they might be using some utility to make sure they're not there, but it makes Cloud Nation not play the same. But this mid stack from Cloud Nation might be dangerous here. If CLG Red walks right into it, they're not going to be expecting that boost too early on. And Jaro is going to back up along here and get that bomb. CLG looks like maybe a mid to B smoke is going to be the play. Perfect spot, though. They already planned for that boost. Jacoby's going to find one. Steady finds a second, make it a third. And CLG gets shut down in mid already as the last 2 players are in B tons. Munch finds the kill on the Kelsey, and now it's just left to Jaro in a 1 versus 5. At least she does have the bomb, but it's a big ask, of course, for the stand-in in this game. Looking like it's going to be an 8th round here for Cloud Nation, and they perfectly read that CLG were going mid, and that boost for Jacoby works out, and Seti playing the close angle as well.
Yeah, it was absolutely perfect from Cloud Nation. I did took a replay of that double kill towards mid. Seti here just swinging out. Oh, a little bit short. That replay was kind of shit. Let's just say it like it is. So CLG not out of the woods yet. This half is now out of their ends to win, but they can definitely at least make it a little bit closer. There's still 3 rounds to be played here.
Yeah, and their economy's still pretty good, so CLG might be able to buy for the rest of the half if they get a bomb down or if they win, obviously, one of these 3 rounds. And Flash is going to come through, and Goose finds the first kill on the Stanley. I mean, I like I've said, I'm impressed that Cloud Nation have won 8 rounds because they've played a very stale CT side so far, in my opinion at least, in which they've kept repeating the same angles. That boost in CT finally, works out for them, and it's a different approach than what they've had in previous rounds, but they can't just keep thinking that CLG's not going to take these rounds from them when they play the same op angles on Cat. And now they're going to be able to just rush right into B again, and Kelsey from Tons is going to be able to find that kill. So CLG with another round here as they get their 5th on the board, as Jacoby and Panda are going to have to save with the CT economy here on that A-bomb site. And CLG can still warrant potentially trying to go find these kills with their current economy. Jaro with 7.5K, Goose with 5K, Emmy with 3K still. They can decide to go for these kills if they want to, because if they get these rifles down, it's even more important to get those down, and even if you lose a couple of guns.
A little bit of a bizarre half, because CLG has been finding exactly what to do, and then the round after they do the opposite and then lose that one. So what I'm looking for here is a CLG that can be on a winning streak, right, up until the end of this half at least, to kind of bring it back, because this round was loose. It was trades, it was swings, it was everything that CLG was not doing the round right before, where it was super stale. After our mid control, then CLG kind of started taking things slow, threw a smoke, kind of walked out mid, and it hasn't been working versus Cloud Nation to take these things slow. Yep. What has been working is really to work as a unit and kind of collapse onto a site.
And we have to remember, CLG Red on almost every map is a T-sided team, so them being at 8-5 right now is still good news for Cloud Nation fans if you are keen on this team winning. CLG usually wins on the T side, so this is a good sample still for Cloud Nation. They still can get a couple of rounds here to finish this half, as Stanley still has that op. This is a very important round, though, because if this round is lost from Cloud Nation, it's almost a guaranteed 7th round for CLG, considering the economy. They will have to be on a very awkward bye the next round. But CLG now push their way towards Cat. A lot of mid-control once again from CLG. And as they've now fixed on that, Panda is going to find Jaro in the smoke, though, just peeking out. Unfortunately, I don't think Jaro realized she was just outside of that smoke there. So first kill, once again, going to go to Cloud Nation here. And 3 players waiting this A site. Dying with the op. Try and find some aggression. Kelsey is once again just trying to lurk in the B tons. Trying to push a rotation. But Cloud Nation has been good on not biting on that just yet. Now I say that. Seti's going to rotate on over into B site to help. But it is going to be that A take from CLG, as Emmy and the rest of the team are going to throw smokes and flashes. Goose going to throw that supporting flash as well and get Emmy on over. They're going to send 2 through mid. They're going to try and watch this rotation. Goose is going to be able to find one. Diane finds a second. Goose can't find that kill, though. Diane does find it in return. Now it's a 1 versus 2 with 30 seconds. Diane has enough time to get back into B, but can't get into the side in time as Stanley finds her lurking around. That's a very cool call from CLG right there. Like kind of a half A execute and then going towards mid to B to try and catch the rotators over. Did not mind that strat whatsoever. Unfortunately, obviously didn't work out, but still a cool strat coming out from CLG, but it does put Cloud Nation at 9 with potential for 10.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it was pretty awesome. Unfortunately, 1 or 2 kills too much out of CLG. So Diane here, stopping the push. This is what we want CLG to be doing. And now she's in a rough spot because they know where she is. So that nade is going to do a lot of damage. Oh. How is she not dead?
Yeah, I don't know how she is alive right now, but they did get another op down onto Cat. Once again, Cloud Nation, I mean, they're playing a very simple CT side, like I mentioned. They're peeking the same angles with the ops and hoping that it keeps working, which it has been. So I can't really say that that they're in the wrong for doing so, but they have been picked a couple of times for playing those same angles. Diane with that 7 HP was barely able to avoid onto trading 1-for-1 there as well. Down with supporting flash. Cat going to try and get their team over onto this A bomb site. So Stanley with the op and car is going to cause some problems here for CLG if they can't push him out. And Jaro once again just playing that A long push so far. That gap in the smoke is going to be perfect for her to be able to get that kill. And now he's going to push Stanley in an awkward angle, trying to fall back from this A site in which they know it's probably going to be the execute. But now Stanley has to worry about the players on Cat and potentially Jaro up and long. So 3 versus 5 here for CLG as they start to execute with 30 seconds left. Supporting Molly's going to come through, and they're going to try and push out the offer from long. And he finds that headshot. Now 2 last players going to be coming from Cat. Munch finds a first kill and a second. So now 2 versus 3 for Cloud Nation here in the last round of the half. No utility for the CT side, though, is the big danger for them. And he's going to try and support the player on site. She does find that kill. Now Munch with 20 HP left in a 1 versus 3. Taking some shots. Does go down. Goose with a nice headshot. CLG win their 6th round and get a couple rounds back. It was 7-1 at one point, so a good turnaround in this half still from CLG, and Cloud Nation were able to get a couple rounds there at the end of the half. So a very still a good game for both sides as we switch on over to the CT side for CLG.
Yeah, I would say it's interesting how the scoreline is so close because it really felt like a dominated map from Cloud Nation. CLG was able to scrape a couple of rounds left and right, but I really believe that round number 2, CLG saved that Cloud Nation, Taiko that Cloud Nation forced, had a major impact in how Cloud Nation took on this half, how loose they were feeling towards mid. CLG never really put that pressure. You know what they did? But like once in a while, and since Cloud Nation actually challenged that mid every single time, they were able to get away with a lot.
Yeah, they were, and it was a clear indication of why they wanted to keep doing it, of course, throughout the rest of the game. They wanted to keep putting that pressure on the CLG and not really giving them time to breathe. And it worked out, obviously. I mentioned a couple times that they peaked the same angles and they got punished for it, but Cloud Nation still, for the majority of that half, had mid control, and I'm pretty sure most of the rounds had the first kill in the round on top of that. So yeah, their aggression was definitely not matched from CLG for most of that half, and it worked out in their favor as they now push on to the second half with a 3-round lead. So pistol round's going to be huge, of course, here for CLG if they want to try and equalize this back up. But I wonder if the second round force buy on either side is going to come out, as we saw Cloud Nation was already willing to do it on the CT side. If they lose, are they willing to do it on the T side, in which the economy is obviously a little bit more stable on the T side because everything's a lot cheaper, mollies and AKs and other guns included. But we go into the second half here shortly, and now we get to see if the double op setup from CLG is going to be coming out in this half and who is going to be on that second op.
That's a really good question, actually. When everything fails, CLG brings out the double green, and it's been very successful for Yuli and Diane. But today, it is looking like... I don't know if Jaro feels comfortable with the op, so looking forward to see who's going to pick it up if it comes down to that.
I feel like they still do want a second op, so it doesn't really matter what that second player is as long as they have control. Seti just finds 2 players aggressively pushing into T-spawn, and an interesting start to this round as 2 players are already dead on CLG. Going super aggression against Cloud Nation, who's just sitting in T-spawn waiting. So clearly an indication for Cloud Nation. They read into this one that there's still 2 players on that B bomb site, though, from CLG. So they would still be running into the simple stack as it would be for these 2 players on this B bomb site. They're going to hear a lot in tons, of course, hearing them running around and fiddling with grenades, but they're not going to fall back off that angle. Not going to fall for the B stack potentially here from CLG. Is all 3 players with armor, no kits or anything or utility for CLG this time around. Mid to B smoke's going to come through, but Stanley just going to wait. Bomb is going to be in tons as well, so mid to B comes out. Now CLG is going to get that call. Seti is going to be able to find his third of the round, make that 4. Now Kelsey left in 1 versus 3. She can't find any more kills, and Cloud Nation win a very simple pistol round on the aggression of CLG.
Yeah, not much they had to do, to be honest. They kind of just had to hold back and hit their shot and kind of slowly get to the objectives. CLG was trying to bring a piece of Cloud Nation's strat book, actually. Going really aggro, but it didn't really work out. It's a gamble you kind of have to take. But this time, CLG is going to be in a safe. They're not going to pull what Cloud Nation did to them earlier, and they're just going to focus on collecting potentially maybe one gun here.
And if you don't know, the importance of that player jumping, by the way, on an eco round like this is just to get the crosshair from the player holding that angle, so it easily equals a kill. So if you're new to Counter-Strike or new to, I mean, just simple gun mechanics, trying to get someone's crosshair by jumping across an angle, especially when you don't have, or if you have an SMG or pistols, then it'll be much easier for you to be able to get that kill or get one of your teammates to get that kill, which CLG are able to do so. Trades on CAC gonna work out. Here's Diane, tries to pick up this Mac 10 and tries to shoulder peek Stanley off that angle. Nothing too crazy dropped here for Cloud Nation, as Jacoby the only one with the AK. And one Galil close. Diane finds both of those players though, and now is a chance to go in the side. If she had a kit, could have thought about it, but the AK is saved. As she's gonna fall into CT, she's gonna hear Panda, and Panda is gonna get that kill. So AK is saved from Cloud Nation, but an extremely costly round still for Cloud Nation.
Yeah, absolutely. This round was so costly. Cloud Nation they have to be like, okay, we need to respect CLG a little bit more. Diane making it so expensive, and she getting so much money out of it. She's going to be fully equipped. Guys, this is your moment. Send CLG the energy in chat that they need to come back in this game.
Yeah, no ops for either team just yet, so we don't have to go through the snooze fest of operas holding angles just yet in the second half. 4 players lurking towards that B bomb site from Cloud Nation, as bomb is going to be there as well. Only one player, and that is Kelsey, solo B at the moment. I was wondering where Jaro is going to be put in. She's going to be holding close mid and trying to support B, as well as a bunch of flashes come through. Bunch is completely blinded, but still gets the first kill. Jaro is able to return, but Jacoby and Panda find 2 more, and Diane finds a returning trade in mid on Panda, but Jacoby's going to play this aggressive angle window and try and maybe find a kill on one of these CLG players here. As Diane's going to be close to window, is going to drop down here on the flashbang. Emmy finds one, but 2 players now to deal with. She's going to go in to find one. She has one more to deal with, and Emmy finds a clutch somehow. CLG with the clutch round puts them at 7 in this game, and an extremely important round to win.
I'm gonna have to take a look back at this replay altogether, guys. Let's check out what happened here. Abby got a triple. This was a 1 versus 3, if I'm not mistaken. She gets the first kill out of the door, and then she gets the double swinging. Well, I don't know if Steady was blind or something, but he should have been able to trade that kill a little bit quicker than what he did, and it's gonna allow CLG to stay alive in this game. It's 11-7. For Cloud Nation.
Yeah, it's going to force them immediately onto a save, so CLG have a chance to maybe buff their economy up a little bit here. Goose and Emmy with the good rifles, I should say that, but the FAMAS is out. Emmy finds one in close range, finds 2, make that almost a 3rd as they're just jumping back and forth. Emmy finds her 3rd and a 4th, can't find the ace though on the Panda, who picks that AK up, and now is the last sole player on Cloud Nation now. CLG look to win another round here in the second half. Like I'd mentioned, an extremely important round last round for CLG to win, to put them back in this game. As Panda has that AK, he's going to be peeking out wide with that, but Diane finds that kill, and they're going to be able to pick that AK back up. So all the rifles saved in that round, and CLG go up to 9 rounds in this game. Of course, a very interesting approach to things, and when you run out of bullets while trying to continue this play, it's always terrifying. But Emmy, 1 bullet off that ace right there. Emmy has been on top of her game, as we all know, this season.
I mean, guys, she got 7 kills in a row. Like, no one else got kills, and she got 7. What a crazy last 2 rounds from her. I mean, it's a little bit of an ego boost, but that's what you need in a game that close. You know, at this point, yes, Cloud Nation has been dominant throughout this whole game, but if you take a look at the scoreboard, it's 11-8. This is a really close game, especially if CLG is able to pile up a little bit of economy. And that's always very dangerous on CT side of Dust 2, because it can get away from you really fast.
Yeah, if they lose that round, Cloud Nation goes to 12, potentially 13. So it's a very scary situation that Cloud Nation would have been at. They approaching match point at that point if CLG did lose that round. So Emmy with a huge clutch and another huge round, obviously, in that last round to make sure CLG stays in this game. 8-11 now the scoreline. A minute left in the round. No real approach to either bomb site just yet, but mid control in favor for Cloud Nation. And the first kill on the board against Emmy in long. That is bomb spotted as well, so they know this bomb is going to be in mid, potentially going up to Cat or mid to B. So CLG is going to fall off of this. And they're going to give up the A side potentially. As you see, Goose is going to be playing from CT. Smokes and flashes are going to come through. And they execute A site. Now with 30 seconds, it comes aboard for Cloud Nation as the rest of CLG is going to have to make their way over. A couple of flashes to support this one a little bit. Goose finds the first kill. That's a bomb that just dropped into CT. Kelsey is going to be able to find one back. Seti is going to be able to find the trade. But that bomb dropped in a place they can't pick up. Okay, I was going to say it was in a place that they couldn't easily pick up, but they do recover it and get that to the site. With 10 seconds left, a scary round potentially here for Cloud Nation. But 3 versus 3 now. Molly goes into site. They're going to molly them off of Cat as well. Still a couple of utility grenades here for CLG. Another molly on site is going to come through. One more flash for Goose Breeder. Diane's going to be the first one to go down. Seti is going to try and find some kills. The flash maybe helps him on this peak. 2 versus 2 though. Munch gets the first kill, and Seti playing the corner right is able to find that kill into Kelsey. So what turned into a potentially CLG favorite round, Cloud Nation are able to recover right back.
Oh, this is the heartbreaking round because CLG had done enough, I think, to win it. If only Goose retreated right after getting that kill and spawn. Even if she doesn't see the bomb, I think the right choice was to fall as soon as she got it, regroup with the team, and then re-execute. If she stays alive here, it would have been a much different story for Cloud Nation to get that bomb back and potentially win the round.
Yeah, and Jacoby's going to wide peek, find one, but Emi's there with immediate trade. Seti's able to find the other kill there in long, so just 2 players now for CLG. They got a little bit of damage onto Panda, but no guns are going to be recovered here as all the rifles now back in the hands for Cloud Nation. Last 2 players from CLG are coming up Cat. And Stanley's going to push on the bomb site and get this bomb down. Kelsey with a 5-7 and Jaro with the same. I'm on the CZ Supremacy still, even though it only has 24 bullets. I still love the CZ, but the 5.7 is a fantastic pistol on the CT side, so I don't blame anybody for using the 5.7, but I am a fan of the CZ in everywhere but long range, as where the 5.7 I guess maybe has that advantage. But this is a 13th round for Cloud Nation, and CLG are going to have a lot of money for next round, so the double op setup might come out in the next round, which is ideally where CLG needs to kind of close off this half. If they win that double op setup round, they can win a few more after that, and CLG is back in this one.
Yeah, this game is definitely not over as CLG loses one more round. I like this M4 from Stanley, by the way. It looks really clean. I wonder if it was his
print stream.
Yeah, it's probably someone
Beautiful.
from. It's actually probably someone from CLG because.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I think I know a little bit
on the
about
CT
CS.
side.
Yeah.
That would make some sense there.
CLG though, still keeping the economy from Cloud Nation. I would say honest. They're not ready to full buy, kind of take too many risks. I'm gonna have to say right now they're just holding in lower, and this is the kind of play that I think CLG could have benefited from, right? Sticking together, making sure we can trade, and looks like it's gonna be it out of that. As soon as they can see that CLG did not push in a lower, they are ready to hit it. But the timing was broken with that Kelsey Molly, but we're gonna go back at it following Stanley here.
Yeah, they got the utility, and it's stopping Cloud Nation a lot. I mean, they wanted to get that push right there. The Molly stopping them a little bit. That smoke now stopping them once again has now pushed Cloud Nation to maybe not go into that B bomb site just yet. So that gave CLG an opportunity to rotate another player towards that B bomb site. And of course, it gives mid control back to Cloud Nation, but the bomb is going to be in B where the current stack is for CLG. And Diane's in a perfect spot. She gets flashed off. Great flash. Works out as she's going to fall off Cat. But nobody rotating from CLG. They know there's some potential for this to be a B take. Now the flashes are going to come through. Munch is going to be the first one out. Finds someone in the corner here. That is going to be Jaro. And finds a second on the site. That's going to be Stanley there with the immediate trade. And the 3 players on CLG dropping like flies on this B bomb site. Diane does find one in return back in mid. But this might just have to be a save call with the economy and putting Cloud Nation on 14.
Yeah, that's a rough one for CLG because they got the gamble, but it did seem like there was a little bit of miscommunication between the players. I think it was Kelsey and Jaro in B here. As no one was really covering each other, right? So back to back, they felt like fly. It could have been that one of the player was blind and then the owner was trying to avoid the flash. It did seem like that was happening, but nonetheless, one flash should not neutralize a triple man stack on a site. So unfortunately, CLG with the right read, but the Cloud Nation execute just a little bit better here.
They at least do save an op on Diane, so that is going to help them drastically in this round. But if this round goes out, CLG is on against match point, and this is where CLG has to make this decision, where it's a perfect pause to make this decision. Do you go and force up with 2K and have very awkward half buys with pistols, or do you hope that Diane and Emmy can do something with these two rifles, and then next round you buy it to try and maybe go into overtime if Cloud Nation does win this round? And that's kind of the predicament that CLG, of course, find themselves in. If they lose this round and they force up, they're completely broke next round. It gives them a chance to lose everything. So I think it is important to have Diane and Emmy with some support, but I think with their two rifles alone, I think that gives them enough to potentially win the round and save them from losing the game potentially if they do force up this round. So I think that might be the call from CLG, is just to save, if not get a couple pistols on Kelsey, Jaro, and Goose, and then have Diane and Emmy try and play some aggressive angles, maybe try and get some early kills for CLG to get some rifles down. Emmy said at the yesterday, she's an energy player, so it's perfect. They need energy on that side. And minus Yuli is a loss of energy as well. Like you said, you haven't seen the clip yesterday, but there's a lot of energy in this team altogether when they get things running. So if they're able to do that once again in the second stint here, get their second wind to work out, that energy will drastically help them. And it looks like that is going to be the case. Just a couple of smokes actually picked up. No other pistols here for Kelsey, Jaro, or Goose. Just trying to at least get some utility, maybe to stop the immediate pushes from Cloud Nation. But, you know, they should also know in return, okay, I lied. They're going for a full buy, and they're forcing up. So CLG, this is a win-now kind of moment. Obviously, 8-14. Cloud Nation wins this, they potentially win the game, but CLG is not going to bank on that. They're going to bank on their teamwork and their skill, and they're going to try and just take the game out from this point on. And it's a risky call, but it might just be the call that's worth playing with.
Well, I was muted. So, and this is unfortunate. I know that you can all hear that, but I don't know what I said. It was something about bring the energy, whoever you're a fan of in chat, use whatever I posted, make it a wave. That's why nobody did it. I was like, why is no one like doing it? I called for the energy.
Yeah, I was like, wow, no one really gave some energy in chat. You guys are kind of fake. No real fans in chat, but that's because you couldn't hear the energy called for. That would make some sense.
I kind of said, throw your energy, because everyone in chat is probably a fan of something. So let us know what you're a fan of using the energy. Yada, yada, yada.
This is a historically long pause from CLG. I'm wondering if it's a tech issue at this point now, considering how long it's been, or if they're just stacking tacks and they're just waiting to see what happens and try and push Cloud Nation completely out of their game. Come back randomly and be like, all right, this is our game to win. With CLG, obviously, this is an important game for both teams at 9-3. Cloud Nation would go up to 10-3 and easily secure a top 10 playoff spot. And I mean, can be said for CLG, of course. But even at 9-4, 9-5, 10-4 at the end of the season, CLG still locked in probably the top 16-ish, top 20. If they do lose out from here on out, which I don't expect, but they still had a great season nonetheless. And I'm not going to talk like it's over, but this game still has plenty of life in it. And Billy, a fan of SETI, who's been fantastic and has the really interesting profile picture. And Matthew, of course, the Pib fan. I played some CS last night. I am a Face It 3. I'm not gonna lie to everybody, but I'm much better than that. Okay. I was playing with some Face It 10s yesterday. I had one good game, and that's where I stand my ground.
At this point, you're probably better than me.
That's I don't know about that one. When you have like 15 years of competitive CS experience, and I have like 5 years playing this game, I'm bad.
Well. Your casting is good.
I know a lot.
I
know a lot about the game. That's why you can't play professionally. You go coaching. If you can't coach, you cast. That's why I'm here. I can't cast, so I'm just on to the next step past that, whatever that is. No, I don't think so. I'm just I'm winging it at this point. I'm just trying to be confident. And it seems to be working.
Well, maybe
everyone's
we need
believing
to
me.
find someone else. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I listen. I didn't mean it like that. Okay.
He. Who is Jaro? So why not take a look at our roster for today while we are waiting? Let's see. I have this. So today the roster is Diane, Goose Breeder, Amy, Jaro, and Kelsey. Yuli is sick today, and Celeste and Pearce, so she's in chat, just having fun. But unfortunately, for her, she wasn't able to play. She's in bed, eating soup, watching this game. And
soup is fantastic.
Soup is really good.
Soup is so good. Obviously, when you're sick, it feels even better. But soup is peak food. I don't know if you eat pho ever, but pho is like god tier. I was sick. I was basically sick for a whole month, like last month or the month before, I think, because my sister has a baby and that kid gets sick all the time, and she gives it to me all the time. So I was like super sick. I think like the end of October, early November kind of area. But I ate pho like twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, and I was like, I feel invigorated. I had like the spice and the hotness. I felt like a new man. Couldn't breathe still, but it tasted good.
The pho is also, when I lived in the US, it was a pretty good hungover food.
That's true.
It was a really good hungover food. I had ramen tonight. Like good ramen. Not like cup of
restaurant ramen. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. We ordered tonight. So this is a fun fact. Let me talk to you guys about this while we're in a pause. So I'm in Montreal. That's why the setup is a little different. We have a place here, and it's a brand new place, so there's absolutely no furniture, right? So we have like plastic tables and just brought computers. That's pretty much what we have. We were here this week so we could take the keys to the place, but also get our appliances delivered, right? Pib, so far you follow me, right? Okay. Yep. When we bought our appliances, we bought them in Quebec City. Montreal is 3 hours away. We bought them in Quebec City, and they had to deliver it in Montreal, but they deliver everywhere. Like, pretend that you live in New York, and they deliver everywhere in the New York State. So there was no trouble, but for some whatever reason, we needed to go back to Black Friday because they didn't have our fridge in store anymore, and they created a second bill. And added like the fridge there. And there was like, pretty much, it was like two different bills, but they swapped like a bunch of the products on the second bill, and it cost us like the same amount. But it was 2 different bills. Little did we know, the second bill had our Quebec City address.
Oh.
And we didn't realize because our account, because I guess we just went in naively and we were like, yeah, sure, second bill, whatever. We don't have to do anything. We leave. And so I'm not kidding. Yesterday, they delivered to both Montreal and Quebec City, and half of the stock, or half of the appliances were delivered in Quebec City, and half of them were delivered in Montreal. So we don't have a fridge. Oh, no. We don't have a oven. We don't have a microwave. We don't have a dishwasher. It was all stuck in Quebec City. We only got the washing and drying machine and our wine cellar.
I was gonna say, like, all the essentials went to the other place, and you got the washer and dry. So at least you'll have clean clothes, but you can't refrigerate food or heat up food or anything.
Yep,
that's rough.
It's rough. So, do you know what we started doing? We are putting all of our food in the wine cellar.
I mean, yeah, it works, right? It's still
Oh
equal.
my god. We have our milk in the wine cellar. We have ham, chicken. Like we're just putting in that in the wine cellar. Like there's no one else. We don't know what to do. Just
Yeah, I mean,
don't know what
wait.
to
So
do.
what's your plan now? Now that all that stuff is in, do you have to have someone go get it? Do you have to like get a moving truck and then load it back up?
So they called ahead of time in Quebec City, which just told them like, "Yo, this is the wrong address. You guys are silly." And so they called us back like later, and they said, "Okay, when do you want the stock delivered in Montreal?" We're like, "Well, now." Like,
Yeah, it'd be ASAP would be nice.
yeah, and they couldn't deliver it for like 5 days, and we have to go back to Quebec. So we are not gonna get our thing for the whole week and the weekend. So, ugh,
A lot of I was gonna say you can't even like, you can I guess maybe order pizza. I don't even know what the case would be because you have to still kind of refrigerate it in some case. So the wine cellar
yeah.
would be the best option.
But I mean,
yeah,
what's
you just
annoying is
order for the
like
rest
the
of the week.
morning and the lunch. Like at night, all right, we're
True.
just gonna sacrifice and eat restaurant every day. Boo-hoo. Like,
Yeah, you wake up.
it's
You
whatever.
could maybe get like some bagels or something.
We don't. Yeah, I guess we could do that. So we've been doing like toast
Yeah,
and
see, that's fine.
for lunch.
You're living on my what sounds like my college budget right
Yeah.
now, but like not on purpose.
It's pretty. That's what's happening. And then yeah, it's been interesting. But I did wash. I washed clothes today. I used the washing
Hey,
machine.
at
I
least
was
that's
like,
working, right?
yep. I'm like, at least I can do that. Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. Fun story. Fun story. Thanks for listening, guys.
I have no idea what the pause is even for at this point, but something happened, and we will get to the end of it eventually. But I'm trying to think if I have any fun stories that I can think of right now. That's not the 2016 Killer Clown Fiesta. But we're back, it looks like. The pause is unpaused.
We are nice.
And we are back in the game as the timer is
Alright.
ticking down. Everybody's good to go. Thanks for sticking with us through the pause. And we go into the 23rd round, in which CLG desperately need. They forced up. In case you didn't remember what happened 45 minutes ago, CLG is now 8-14. They forced up, trying to win out the game at this point on, with this force around Diane and Emmy saving in their last round. So CLG need this round to win the game, essentially, if they want a chance at this one. So Cloud Nation going to play their default, play heavy towards B right now. This Xbox smoke going to give CLG a little bit of room, but Jacoby's already watching the smoke. Finds the first kill on the Emmy. Drops pretty low, but no trade back immediately. Nade is going to do just a little bit of damage onto Jacoby. A lot onto Seti, but Jacoby still living out here with 11 HP. Seti down to about half. So CLG still with a lot of damage, but no kills just yet.
Yeah, pretty slow paced round as we are coming back from the spas. Not sure where Cloud Nation is wanting to go here. Looks like they're going to create some pressure cat. That's where Diane is with her off, so let's see if she's going to catch that flash. She might have, because she fell down. I mean, CLG is down by 1, but Jacoby is so low. He's like half a player.
Yeah, Seti, it can be the same. Munch almost caught, I believe, Goose it was, lurking out in long, trying to play aggressively, but luckily Goose only took 8 damage on her way out. Bomb is still currently in B, and that's where all of CLG is still waiting. So CLG once again reading into this one. 25 seconds left. The mid to B smoke's going to come through. If CLG can stop this bomb in tons, there is no way that Cloud Nation has a time in this round. First player is going to be peeking on the timing on that nade, but Diane finds the immediate op kill. It's now Stanley versus the 2 players, and somehow with 10 seconds they're able to find the kills and get to the bomb to site. Unfortunately, CLG couldn't get the bomb down there, but it is now a 1 versus 3 for Goose. Decision if she wants to go for it or not. All 3 players pretty low here for Cloud Nation, and they know where Goose is trying to retake from. So this might have to be that save call, as much as it pains, of course, the team. I say that, but Goose finds the first kill. 2 players are still low for Cloud Nation as Goose makes her way into door potentially. Just shoulder peeks the op there in time. Not able to find the kill though. Stanley runs out of bullets in the Tech 9, just playing the shoulder peek angle, and eventually he's going to find the kill onto Goose. a valiant effort, but that puts CLG on match point with not a whole lot of money to work with.
Yeah, that's a really good read. But once again, CLG with these B hold, it's not been working out. It started out so well. CLG getting the double first kills when the attack was being done. And with that little time on the timer, I was thinking that there was some kind of hope. But then the 3 kills that followed went Cloud Nation's way. So it's not going to be hopefully the way that CLG hands this game. And so we're going to see another very slow round from Cloud Nation. They don't want to lose any player early in these rounds.
And it's a 4 FAMAS Force, 1 MP9, and obviously very little utility from CLG. Not even 1 kit as well. Diane looks away from the first flash and is able to find 2 kills on Cat. So those are 2 AKs dropped potentially. They're going to flash off the potential, what would have been a 3rd player to get these guns down. And now Goose is going to upgrade. Diane is going to upgrade to an AK. Diane still has 1 more to deal with here on Cat. Panda is going to find that kill on Diane, so at least trades 1 back. But Kelsey still has been the important piece for Cloud Nation as they've been pushing her site consistently so far. And obviously, Kelsey not having a fantastic game in this one so far. So it is smart of Cloud Nation to keep trying to push B, considering that. Always try and push the weakest link in the game, and that is what Cloud Nation's been able to do so far on this second half. 4 versus 3 for CLG with 35 seconds left. Cloud Nation's been playing some very passive T-side rounds. Stanley's going to be able to find 1 close mid, doesn't find an immediate kill, but now all players are going to retreat potentially. Panda finds another kill onto Emmy in CT. Quick trade from Kelsey there in mid. An important kill, but there's 2 players now going out into the B site. Now Kelsey's going to have to try and find one of these kills. She cannot. She shoulder peeks the op, and now Goose is left in a 1 versus 2 with 10 seconds left. CLG rotating fully off of B, and it's just another B hit once again from Cloud Nation. Goose back into a clutch scenario. No kit, and nobody on her team has a kit, so it's going to have to be a fast take from Goose, and Stanley with this op is holding on to an angle that is easily winnable here. In the slow peek from Goose, it's not going to work out. CLG lose 16-8.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay,
She said
ay.
a lot of good things. She said, congratulations to Cloud Nation. It was a good game from them. I can't remember what else.
I said
basically TLDR.
it does mean that they're going home at 10-3, and then CLG unfortunately has got to be at 9-4, but it's still a good standing for CLG. They're still, I believe, in either the top 10 or right next to it. So we're gonna have still we're gonna be in playoffs, and most likely at the top of the playoffs. And remember, if I'm not mistaken, we just need to win at least 1 or 2 games to make it to advance. So this is still a positive season so far for CLG Red. Anything you want to talk about here, Piv, as we're going to close this one?
No, yeah, just I feel like it's an unfortunate game. Obviously, Yuli getting sick is unfortunate. Jaro still played great though as a stand-in, and obviously on the map they have not played once this season. So it's just a lot of factors that came into this game that CLG unfortunately just couldn't attack right away, and that gave a good win to Cloud Nation, and they played great. So I feel like Cloud Nation did deserve that win, and I think easily were able to swing by that one. So that gets them to 10-3, like you had mentioned, and gives them a nice little playoff position secured there. But yeah, even with CLG, like I'd mentioned, if they lose this round, this game and the next one, they're still at 9-5. They're still probably top 20 in the league. So it still puts them in a great spot nonetheless in playoffs, and gives them a good chance to go back up to advance like they were in last season. But hopefully Yuli is able to return back and to health for the last game of the season. Hopefully it's a good game for everybody.
Absolutely. And that does mean that we have still 1 more game this season. It's going to be versus Mission Win Now. Mission Win Now. They are currently at 10-3, so pretty much the same score as the team we just played. And this is going to be happening next week on the Twitch channel, CLG Twitch channel. Tomorrow in the afternoon, we have a really cool CLG Chess Week Invitational with 6 League of Legends superstars not our players, guys. So people from the community. We do have 2 of our coaches, I think, but we have people like Ender, Vulcan is going to be there, and a couple of more who are going to be playing chess amongst each other to determine who is going to be the best player. And all of that is for charity. So it's going to be a $5,000 for the charity of the winning team. So happening tomorrow afternoon on CLG.tv on this channel. So make sure to follow. Pib, I welcome you to watch some chess tomorrow if you're interested.
Of course. I think watching people that aren't like fantastic at chess play chess is like, it's so much content there. Twitch Rivals has done a lot of like chess stuff in the past as well with like brain and player like kind of situations. It's so good. Chess is a lot of fun to watch. I highly recommend everyone go watch it.
Pib highly recommends it. So guys, this is going to be it for us tonight. Thank you so much for being in chat. It was a great chat. Pib, you're always the best and we love you. Have a great evening, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow for some chess week. We'll leave you on some highlights. Bye, everyone.